Bill Beatonbow has landed another one. We're going to talk about it after the bumper.
What do you mean you don't subscribe to my son's YouTube channel?
Mama, no!
Just snap the damn ball, RJ.
What's up, kinfolk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. Consider hitting the like and subscribe button because I upload a video every single day. It's always OU related, college football related, sports related. We have a good time. And today, we need to talk about 2020 offensive tackle Anton Harrison choosing to commit to Oklahoma. He announced his commitment in a tweet on Tuesday night. That is 2 days after Oklahoma demolished Houston 49-31. And then the day after that, Lincoln Riley tweets out 3 sets of eye emojis. This is the first that we can account for. When Lincoln Riley tweets a set of emojis, the countdown begins as to when these commits will reveal themselves. And Harrison didn't waste much time. As a matter of fact, I uploaded a video earlier today saying that he's one of the guys that you should keep your eye on, and the man decided to make it public tonight. Now, what does this mean? It means that Bill Beatonbow now has 4 offensive linemen in the 2020 class. Nate Anderson, Noah Nelson, and of course, Andrew Raym. So now he's got basically 2 guys that project his guard, 2 guys that project his tackle. Anton is not ready to play right away. He's still continuing to reshape his body. He's going to get better with his bend. He's got some mechanics that need to work out, but you know what? There's no better coach in America right now to do that than Bill Beatonbow. I understand that if you are a Georgia fan, you want to fight me on this because Sam Pittman is really good at his job. All I know is Bill Beatonbow trotted out 4 new starters next to Creed Humphrey and cranked out 300 yards rushing and 300 yards passing, 686 yards of offense. If you give it time, it's like Novocaine. Always works. And as much as we kind of been downplaying how this 2020 class has come together or hasn't, depending on who you're talking to, Bill Beatonbow has been keeping up his end. Now, yes, Oklahoma is still not ranked inside the top 10 nationally, still ranked just number 2 in the Big 12, but with Texas hosting LSU on Saturday, most people expecting LSU to win and not by the 5 they're favored by more. You could see some moving and shaking on that end because this is not a game in which Texas wants to be embarrassed, as they're going to host quite a few recruits that, yes, Oklahoma would love to get. That aside, the 2020 class probably is not going to finish inside the top 5. It doesn't have a quarterback, and you've heard me talk about that forever. But also just hasn't landed the kind of 4- and 5-star talents, the blue chips, that you would have expected a Lincoln Riley-led program to do because that's what they have been doing. Now, you could also say that, hey, there's 16 seniors in this class and you only have so many spots available because you did a really great job in 2019 and you did a great job in 2018. You can't force people out, and as much as you want to make stories up about the transfer portal, how much it sucks and how many kids are just jumping in it, they're not jumping in it all that often, right? And did you really lose a lot? Not yet, you haven't, right? Because Ron Tatum went to NEO. Daly never played at Oklahoma. And you could talk about Derek Green and what he could be, but the fact of the matter is, it is what it is. And if you're Lincoln Riley and you're Oklahoma, you should be recruiting on a national level year in and year out because you made the last 2 college football playoffs and 3 of the first 5. That said, let's not downplay how big a commit Anton Harrison is. He was wanted. A&M did want him. Penn State did want him. Maryland did want him. I'm interested to see what Maryland does because Anton seems like the kind of guy that Mike Locksley would really have loved to get. And then James Franklin just continues to crank out Big Ten talent up there. And of course, A&M is a place that you really have to start to watch for because all the kids that are ended up at Texas and Oklahoma are kids that A&M wanted. Like when you're watching how the zero-sum game works, the team left on the outs more often than not is Texas A&M. And what they're being able to sell kids like Anton now is you can play right away. Just take a look at Kenyon Green. Bill Beatonbow doesn't sell that. Okay? True freshmen don't play for Bill Beatonbow. Not right away. No. Just doesn't happen. So you're also committing to the process and you're committing to letting him mold you into the kind of guy that gets drafted in the first 4 rounds or in the second round if you're a Cody Ford. Say nothing of what Orlando Brown has turned out to be for the Ravens. Ben Powers also. You look at Drew Samia with the Vikings. We can keep going here because that's the point. You're making a long play when you're committing to Bill Beatonbow. And getting a 17-year-old to think about things long-term is very difficult. So you're also getting the kind of kid that is thinking about his future 4 to 5 years down the line as opposed to what he's going to be able to do next year. Now, also remember, these kids got here by playing a lot of football, and they want to continue to play football because football is very important to them. And to tell them that they're not going to be able to play meaningful snaps for at least a year is not what they want to hear. So you really got to work hard on selling this, and it's another thing I want to get across when you're going, why doesn't Bill Bedenbaugh just put together a class of 5-stars every year? He just cranks out draft picks. Don't they know this? Yeah, they know. They also want to play. And they're willing to go to another school where they're going to be able to play earlier than have to wait in line. Think about Bray Walker and what he committed to, right? That's a 5-star offensive lineman that could play tackle, could play guard, could play wherever. Dude is an absolute monster. Still haven't seen hide nor hair of him. Okay? Same thing about Darrell Simpson. We can keep going, right? Creed Humphrey is playing because Creed Humphrey is the best player on the entire offense. Riley said that last year when the Kyler Murray was taking snaps from behind him. So just bear that in mind. But also, there you go. Class is fulling out. It's getting better. Anton Harrison is in the boat. All right, that's it for me.